what I wanted to show you was the reviews that we carry out with patients. So after a treatment, for instance, or a treatment plan, we would get you back under the skin Observ, and I think it's really important to see because you'll be able to see the results.
The difference, yeah.
The difference. And the great thing with this application, what it allows us to do is overlays. So we will bring up your first image on one side, so how the skin was before we started. Then once we've taken the photographs at review, we then get your other side of the facial area that we've treated, and you can see the results.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is show you that on a patient here that we've treated for 4 treatments. It's called photofacial she had, and she's agreed for us to show photographs, okay. So we're not disclosing. And she had fantastic results, and this is the type of results we'd expect to see for you. And I've chosen this lady because she has a very similar skin type as yours, so some brown pigments and some red pigments, so the vascular as well as the pigmentation issues. So we're just going to have a look at her skin before we started, so which is down here. So you'll see here, and I'll just zoom in. So this was Eleanor's skin before we started. So you can see, I mean, she had a slight amount of rosacea. Rosacea is another skin problem that we can help treat. We can't cure rosacea. Rosacea is an inflammatory disorder on the skin. It causes redness, flushing, blushing, and you have an abnormal amount.
Have that or not?
No, you have an abnormal amount of broken veins. You do have an element of broken veins on the skin, so some abnormality of little broken veins that sit on the surface of the skin, which most patients do, and it's just from external factors, internal factors that cause those. Right. The great thing is we can treat them.
Good.
So for Eleanor, she did have slight rosacea, which is the redness, but she had the mottling of the pigments, which is the sun damage for the freckles, some patients may call them. So you can see this is beforehand.
Not getting rid of my freckles, though.
No, absolutely. So this is something that we would need to discuss also at consultation. So for some patients, they like their freckles, and it may be, okay, we need to avoid certain parts of the face. Ideally, we would do a full photofacial, so which means a full face treatment, and that could actually reverse the freckles that are there, because you're not actually born with freckles.
No,
it's
but I like the
sun
freckles.
damage. So if you like the freckles, we can obviously talk about an alternative treatment, because photofacial may clear them. If it's 1 or 2 spots that you really want to keep, like a lot of patients like the little freckle under their eye because it looks like a beauty spot, or anything like that, we can just go around them.
Wow, that's a powerful machine.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So
this was Eleanor's skin beforehand, so you can see the freckling, you can see the kind of unevenness, and that's the type of skin that patients wake up in the morning and they don't feel confidence, they want to apply makeup and cover it. So for patients that don't want to keep doing that, or if they're going on holiday, they want that smooth skin, this is the treatment for them.
And the redness around the nose, it gets rid of as well?
Absolutely, so that's vascular, so any redness is vascular, so little broken veins that's sitting on the skin. Any browns are your pigmentation, so it's sun damage or freckles or...
Does it hurt?
It feels warm, it feels a little bit unpleasant, but some patients say it's quite a nice feeling because they can feel like something's happening. Okay. And that's like a lot of our medical treatments here, so you will feel it. So whether it's a skin peel, whether it's laser hair removal, whether it's photofacial, you feel something's happening.
You know it's doing it.
You know it's doing something, which is quite nice. So there's an element of a warm feeling in the treatment, so it does feel a little bit... Yes, a tingling sensation, yeah, absolutely. And a little bit of warmth to the skin, like you've been sitting out in the sun, and that's how your skin will look afterwards, a bit rosy. But nothing you can't cover with makeup. And patients sometimes come on their lunch break. If they've got a long enough lunch break to have the treatment, they can apply some of our medical makeup afterwards. Before they leave, and that actually aids recovery. It protects their skin as well and heals the skin a lot faster than putting on a normal makeup. But we can show you that later. So if I could just show you Eleanor's skin. So after the treatment, so this was in July. So this was a month after her last treatment. So we left the skin to recover because of the cell process of the skin. It should be 4 weeks, and then we got her back in for her review under the Observ.
After 6 months, or just 1 month this was?
For the whole treatment plan, it was 6 months. So she had her consultation, waited a month, had a treatment once a month, so it's 4 treatments, so that's 4 months.
So this is at the very end?
And this is at the very end, a month later after her treatment, so you'll see that it hadn't reverted back, which is great, and that's what we expect. We expect the results that we achieve to last a certain amount of months, as long as you're looking after the skin, and some maintenance, which we can discuss as well. It should stay what we've reversed. Good. So we'll have a look. So this is obviously the 24th of July. This is the 22nd of January. So what I want to show you is somebody similar to yourself who had the blemishes broken veins and the pigmentation, which just made her skin look really uneven. She felt very uncomfortable, you know, every morning having to cover it with makeup before she leaves. I wanted to show you this because it's a very similar case to yours. So what I'm going to do is reveal her new skin. So on this side you will see before, and on the other side you will see after. So if I just reveal her new skin, so we'll go halfway, so you can see. And some patients say, oh, well, her skin looks a bit paler, and it does, because actually this is how her skin was when she was very young. It didn't have these blemishes, didn't have the redness, hasn't got the rosacea there. So her skin just looks like a smoother canvas.
Wow.
And the texture has improved as well. You'll see that her fine lines here have reduced because the heat that's produced out of the laser stimulates and tightens your collagen and elastin.
Really?
So it's got a tightening effect as well and reduces the open pores. And you'll just see here.
And it's not bad for you
skin.
then, the laser? It
No,
doesn't
absolutely
cause damage
not.
in itself?
Absolutely not. So it's very superficial. It's just treating that epidermal layer, which is the top layer of the skin, and then slightly underneath where your targets that we want to target the specific concerns are. So there's no damage whatsoever.
That's incredible. Yeah. Wow, what a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. So we was really pleased with that, and she was very happy. And that's the whole point of the Observ, really, getting those before images, checking to see what skin concerns you have, planning out your journey, and then getting you back under to see the results.
Yeah, wow, amazing. No wonder she's happy.
Yeah, so eventually when we pop you back under there, you will reveal your new skin. Absolutely, yeah.